What's going on, guys? I'm here to bring you my thoughts and breakdown from the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer that came out yesterday. Okay, guys, this is my breakdown for you. And the trailer opens with Sam and Bucky sitting in this room with this woman, and it's giving me whole, bad boys got sent to the principal office kind of vibes. But in reality, this is couples counseling for partners that have not worked together in the field before. It's very common in the police force so that they can figure out what works with each other so that they can work smoothly. And then we cut to Sam and Bucky in a plane, and Bucky is trying to ask Sam what his plan is, and Sam just dips out, and Bucky's probably like, why did I get stuck with another smart mouth, reckless little shit when you just got rid of Steve, you know? And I feel like this whole show is going to be Sam and Bucky making each other mad all the time, and it's going to be so funny. I'm going to love the banter and stuff. But we see Sam jump out of the plane, and this kind of calls back to the first Avengers movie, when Steve and Tony are in the plane, and Steve is trying to ask Tony what the plan is, and Tony says, I have a plan, attack. And that's kind of the same scenario, and I love the callback to that first Avengers movie because that Avengers era is over, right? And this is a whole new phase of Marvel that we're trying to get into. And it's so nice to hear that callback to the first movie because we are ready for the next part. And then we see Sharon Carter. We have not seen her since Captain America Civil War. So we don't know what she's been up to because it's been years, guys. We don't know what she's been up to or any of the other fallen agents from S.H.I.E.L.D. collapsing. We don't know anything about them. We know what our heroes have been doing this whole time. But just the agents, we don't know what she's been doing, if she's been working, where she's been working, all this kind of stuff. And I really hope we get some sort of backstory for that because it'll be nice to see that other side of the spectrum that's not the hero part. And then the trailer goes to Zemo. Now, at the end of Civil War, we last see Zemo in this little box prison thing at the UN, pretty much just stuck there. So I'm thinking, what if Falcon and the Winter Soldier opens with the right after Thanos snap in Infinity War, and we see Zemo get dusted away in his little prison. So later, when the UN is dealing with this aftermath of the snap, they decide to move the box because no one's in it anymore, right? And then 5 years later, Zemo comes back to the same room where he disappeared from, and the box prison is no longer there, and that's how he escapes. And Zemo made this very clear in the trailer that superheroes should not be allowed to exist, and he will not leave his work unfinished. This time around, we see Zemo in his comic book uniform, which includes the purple mask, and this is actually very important, because if it's true to the comics, this purple mask will give him resistance to psychic attacks, similar to how Magneto's helmet protects him from Professor X's powers, and that could be very important going against heroes like Wanda, per se, you know? And we don't get a whole lot of Zemo in this trailer, but we do see 2 or 3 shots, and I do have kind of a theory for those. When he escapes, let's say he makes his way back to Sokovia, because this whole monument statue that he's sitting in front of, it looks like some kind of monument for the fallen civilians of Sokovia, including his family that were killed in Avengers Age of Ultron. So maybe he's giving flowers, paying his respects, or what have you. And then we see him with Bucky in the next shot. So I'm thinking Bucky finds him in Sokovia, and when he approaches, Zemo hears him, turns to shoot, but wait! In the teaser trailer a year ago, we saw Bucky catch all the bullets in his hand and then just drop them like a queen, and so we don't know why Bucky is there, how he found Zemo, what the plan is, if he's trying to catch Zemo, or maybe ask him for help. We don't really know, okay? Because we don't know when this takes place in the story. It could be at the beginning or it could be towards the end. And then we cut to this masked woman. Who is the masked woman? This woman is actually Flag Smasher, and she is the ringleader for an anarchist terrorist group known as the Flag Smashers. It is a deeply anti-patriotic villain who despises Captain America and the government. We know the whole story of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier kind of goes through this uphill battle that leads to Sam finally taking the full mantle of Captain America. But from the trailers, it seems like the government already has their own Captain America picked out. And this is John Walker, better known as U.S. Agent. Now, we don't know how much the general public knows about the events of Endgame, so we don't really know if it's public that Steve wanted Sam to take on his role. I assume no one would know that except for them, but the government wants to use this to their advantage and try to make their own new Captain America. And from the trailers, we see he's kind of doing shows in a football field and stuff like that. So the government probably wants to make Captain America the role of propaganda again, like in World War II with Steve. But we'll have to wait to see more on that. So when this is all said and done, we can assume that it's going to work out and Sam's going to become Captain America. But where does that leave Bucky? Is he going to be his partner? Or in the comics, Bucky joins Zemo, if I remember correctly. But that would make him an antagonist again, and Bucky has already been in the antagonist role. And I don't think Marvel would do that again because he's come so far with his character arc. And I would just be so confused if they backtracked like that, unless Zemo becomes good or something, but he would not want to become a superhero if that's the very thing he's against. So I'm kind of just curious on how the rest of the show will pan out after Sam becomes Captain America. And now, that's the end I have for my breakdown, but this is probably a reach. The song of the trailer is You Ready by Migos. And the song is about the whole squad being ready. So it's celebrating Sam, Bucky, Sharon, and Rhodey, James Rhodes, War Machine, who is confirmed to appear in this show, but he has not been in any trailers yet, so we don't really know the role he's going to play, but it's going to be Sam, Bucky, Sharon, and Rhodes working together. Maybe that could be the squad, or the squad coming together could be an alliance of the villains with Zemo, the Flag Smashers, and what other villains are out there. We don't really know yet, but it's kind of exciting to see how it's gonna play out, because Marvel is doing such a good job with these shows so far. In WandaVision is amazing, and I can't imagine the Falcon and the Winter Soldier will be any different. They're both gonna be great, and it's gonna lead straight into all this new era of the Avengers, and I'm really excited to see how Marvel's gonna do it. They have not let us down before. But that's all I have for my breakdown for you guys. I really appreciate you listening, and I'm really glad that I get to talk about this. So let me know what you think, if you have any debunks or comments, and I would love to hear them. Thank you.
So, who would like to start? Mr. Barnes, why does Sam aggravate you?
15 seconds to drop. So what's our plan? Hey. Great.
Superheroes cannot be allowed to exist. I have no intention to leave my work unfinished.
The world's upside down right now.
Where do we start?
Whole squad ready. We came here to see Jeff. What you got? No, not on my.
Buck, I have a plan. Oh, yeah? What is it?
Is you ready?
Here we go again, huh?
We've been grinding hard on the job. Can't take that from us. Are you ready? Is you ready? You said you ready. Whole squad ready. Is you ready? Are you ready?
kick your ass.
Gotta get that first shot off before that bullet hit me.
See? That wasn't so hard.
Are you ready? Is you ready? Ready.
Okay.
You say you ready.
What are you doing?
Whole squad ready.
Are you having a staring contest?
Are you ready? Ready. Is you ready?
Just blink. Sweet Jesus. I mean, how old are you?